Hello, I'm Brother Steve. Welcome to another great Brother Steve Skype Time interview. You know how we do it from Hollywood, California. You know what? I interview a lot of people, and I'll tell you today, I'm messed up. I'm excited. I'm proud. I don't know what else to say. DeAndre Salters. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that name right now, and I want you to say it 7 times. Why? Because he's going to talk about these 7 principles today. His new book, he's a pastor, he's an author, he's a motivation speaker, he's a multi-millionaire, self-made. And you know what? He can show you how you can become a self-made millionaire if the first thing you do is you change your mindset and you get up and go. Pastor, how you doing today, Doc?
Oh, Steve, I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for having me. I'm just excited to be here. Just as you said, I'm blessed.
Right.
But I will correct one thing, Steve. I don't declare I'm self-made. I'm telling you, I'm God-made, man.
Hey.
God did this thing.
Woo.
I did my part. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But the Lord's hand has definitely been on my life.
Man, let's go. I'm going to go right into it. Tell me about this book and why. I'm just going to say it. Tell me about the book and why. I was going through it. So simple, so easy. I mean, there was stuff in the book I said, wait a minute, that's what I'm doing. But how come I didn't think it like that? With the tomb and, Joseph's tomb. And Doc, tell me about this book.
You know what, Steve? I wrote this book for one reason, man. Money is probably the biggest problem everybody in or out of the pews has. Let's be honest with you.
Right.
We spend a lot of time in church saying, come to Jesus. But here's the deal. Once you find Jesus, you're going to ask Jesus for some help with one thing. Lord, I do need to pay these bills after I found you on a Sunday morning, right? And so here's the problem. We're stuck. We're stuck. The people are stuck. And I wrote this book for the people because the secular solution is just work hard. Just pull yourself up by the bootstraps and batten down the hatches and just work hard. But I know a lot of folk who've been working 9 to 5, 5 to 9, all through the night, 24 hours a day, for 365 days a year, for 30 years, and they're still broke. And they're still trying to figure out, well, wait a minute, I came to Jesus and I'm working hard, and I don't have anything to show for it. But then at the same time, Steve, on the other hand, sometimes over the pulpit, I think we've simplified it too much. And what we've said to people is, well, just give more, or just sow more. And I know a lot of people who sow. They've sown great. They put into good ground what they thought was great ground. But guess what? They've yet to receive their harvest. I'm just trying to bring balance to the argument. I'm trying to get there for people who are like me. I grew up a poor little boy in the city of Newark, New Jersey. Didn't have much, no silver spoon. But I'm telling you, the principles in my book are life-changing. And I think you hit it on the head. There may be some things that you say, well, I'm doing this or I knew this, but what the layers present to you are something deeper, a new way to look at it. I like to say a reimagining of the world around us so that wealth can just come pouring out of your hands. So if you ask me really why I wrote it, man, I want people to start businesses. I want entrepreneurs to flourish. I want corporate executives to flourish. I want people to lift their heads up and realize, guess what? If I apply these principles, I can do what Pastor D did. I can do what DeAndre Salter did. I can do what all those people he coached in. All those stories I tell in my book, man, those are real life people, and they've done the same thing, applying these principles. And that's what I want the folks in your audience to do. Apply these principles, get this book, man, change their lives.
Well, you talked about, I was watching one of your videos and you talked about a coach, what a coach does. A coach is somebody who's played the game before. Now they're going to coach the players, even though I just told what it is. But let me hear, what's your perception? What is a coach? I help a lot of people. I try to coach people. I try to motivate people. But what is the purpose of a life or a personal coach?
It's interesting. In the New Testament, right, in the book of Matthew, Jesus says this strange phrase. He says, go and make disciples. Now here's the problem. The word disciple, if you unpack that in the Greek, man, it's really hard to come up with some type of English word for today. The closest we can get is the word apprentice. So when I think of coach, I think of apprentice, someone that wants to learn, someone's willing to submit, someone is willing to follow a path. Now, here's something very interesting. How many folks do we know that say they want to be rich, that say they want wealth, that say they want success, but don't have a success coach?
Right.
Don't have a wealth coach. They're not being discipled by anybody. So just as scripture told us we should be disciples spiritually, the fact of the matter is we need discipling and coaching in every area of our lives. Some of us need disciples to be disciples of marriage and have marriage mentors. Many of us need to be disciples in business and have business mentors and be business apprentices. And the same thing with wealth and entrepreneurship. Man, we need to hook up with some positive people. Some people that are doing great things like yourselves. People who know how to make it happen, tie into that, and just sit there and be like sponges, man, and pouring in. And I'll tell you how I learned this, man. You know, I realized there was a whole world out there that I didn't even know of. I mean, I'll be honest with you, a brand new world. The first business that I opened up, I found some good gentlemen who had done the same thing before me. Mm-hmm. So I figured, you know what? I can only do better by learning from other people. So what did I do? I didn't just start my business. I didn't just write a business plan. Man, I spent a year talking to these people. I just opened myself up. I approached some successful entrepreneurs in my region and I said, look, here's my vision, here's my dream, here's what I'm thinking about doing. You've done the exact thing that I want to do. And you don't seem threatened by me asking you this, so I'm going to ask you, can you help me navigate the seas? Because, you know, I don't know if you've ever been to the beach. The ocean looks deep to me. Right. It just looks pretty deep. Sometimes you can't even see land on the other side.
Right.
I wanted to hook up with some folk who've been to the other side and can tell me the path to navigate. No need for two of us to make mistakes. I can learn from my mentor's mistakes. And that's what I talk about in this book. Just one of the things I touch on about wealth discipleship, entrepreneurship discipleship, business discipleship, being coached and mentored so that you can navigate and get there a lot faster without all the mistakes.
Well, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's cut to the chase. You know, we like the words and, you know, the motivation. Let's cut to the chase. Here we go, Pastor, okay? You have achieved success. You've achieved $1 million success, okay? Let's get down to the street, just like you did from the hood. Remember that piece on the hood, okay? Here we are, a single parent father, a single parent mother. Let's go there, a single parent mother, okay? She's going to church. He's going to church. They're doing all they can. They're working around the clock, trying to make ends meet. I want success. I want to achieve success. I want to be motivated. I want to become a millionaire too. I'm loving the Lord. I'm paying my tithes. I'm helping others. Give me the answer. What is the practical, straight out solution that I can start with today?
You know what? Today, here's the key. There's only really one way in America. Here it is. We are in a capitalist society. And the way capitalism works is that there are people who employ capital. That means money. That means dollars and resources. And they put that to work in the marketplace. And likewise, by putting it in the marketplace, there's some people that get jobs out of that. There's some people that buy the products from that or the services from that capital deployed.
So you saying are you saying entrepreneurship?
I'm saying entrepreneurship, man. I'm saying the key to financial freedom in America, this is what I'm preaching, is we have to put our hands to work. You know, God has given us the power to get wealth. Many of us have heard that. But here's really what that means. God has given us all abilities, skills. I want to break it down to the street, as you say.
There you go.
Listen, I tell my people all the time, and let me tell you this, my church has not had more than 7% unemployment, regardless of the recession. We've always put our people to work. And here's what I teach my people on the streets, on ground zero. Guess what? That little usher job you're doing, you're saying it's just a little usher job. I'm saying it's bigger than that. I'm saying God has given you an opportunity to be an apprentice of an usher, to learn how to serve people. Let me give you another spin on usher. It's just called customer service. And if you learn how to do customer service well, Steve, people are always looking for good customer service, always looking to employ people. You might be able to train people. Maybe you work your way up to head usher. And as the head usher, you can now start a consulting business on how to reach customers, how to help people, how to make them feel comfortable, how to make them inviting. Steve, you see where I'm going with this thing? Let me tell you a story real quick. I know a gentleman named Mark, man. Mark was, for lack of a better terminology, an armor bearer. And he was one of those people that assisted pastors, driving people. And Mark would be assigned as the head usher, head armor bearer, to drive dignitaries when they came in to preach. Well, Mark started off using one church vehicle. Mark was so good at what he did, he recruited other men and women in the ministry to do the same thing. Mark apprenticed that thing really well, mastered it, brought excellence to it in serving. Don't you know that today, Mark used the skills that he learned right in the house of God and opened up a limo business catering to dignitaries, elite athletes, artists, entertainers. Matter of fact, his company is right out there where you are on the West Coast. And he's doing it big, man.
Wow.
And all this started from just taking the opportunity for what God had put right before him. So I'm here to say to the people on the streets, man, look, if you can write, God bless you. That writing's worth something. If you can speak, speaking is worth something. You may say, well, I can't do anything but clean. Well, guess what? I put 55 people in commercial cleaning businesses in 3 years. They all went from the unemployment rolls to making 6-figure salaries in 3 years flat. And the only thing they could do was move a broom, brother. So
Wow.
Here's what I'm here to tell you. If you're there, you're sitting in the pews, and you're worried how to connect the word with the works, it's right there. It's entrepreneurship. And you got to have 2 ways to think about it. Last thing I'll tell you is this. Don't quit your 9 to 5. I'm not telling people to run out tomorrow, start a business, and quit your 9 to 5. One of the things I teach people is it's not just your 9 to 5. You also have to have a 5 to 9. See, a 5 to 9 is the side hustle. It's the thing that you need on the side that you build up, and early on, you break extra income from it while you build mastery in it. Once you become a master of that thing, then your revenues will be able to support you, and then you can leave your 9 to 5 and make your 5 to 9 your 9 to 5, and then recruit others into your dream. Does that answer your question?
I'm done. I can go on. I'm gonna ask you 2 questions real quick so we can get out of here. Where can people purchase your book? And then where can people come to attend your church? That's actually 2 questions in one, but then I'm gonna go to another question. Where can people purchase? Because I'm gonna put this up on the screen. Matter of fact, let's get this information on the screen as soon as we can. Where can people get their hands on this book?
Well, today you can go out to Amazon.com. The digital version is available. 7 Wealth Building Secrets, Your Guide to Money and Meaning. On April the 28th or April 29th, forgive me about the date, it's one of those days, the softcover copy will be available, but you can go ahead and pre-purchase it now. Also, you can go to DeAndreSalter.com. That's my website. Now, here's the key. If you order from my website, you're going to get 14 bonus videos, exclusive content just for you, and we touch on everything, man. There's some stuff that's not even in the book that's just there to bless you and help take you to the next level. All of that in addition to some other exclusive content that I'll send you from ordering from DeAndreSalter.com. And of course, you can always go to BarnesandNobles.com.
Wow, that's unbelievable. One of the last questions. You invest in people's businesses. You invest in people's businesses. I don't want everybody calling him because I got his number. I got the number. I ain't gonna lie. I got the number. I'm gonna call you myself. But everybody call him. What is your process to people who are saying they're watching this interview and say, oh, you know what? Dude, I got a business. I got an idea. You invest in people. You help people out. What's your procedure? So we can get it out the way right now. Those who are watching, they're not calling and blowing your church up, come to your church with a yellow envelope and all that kind of stuff. Come on, would you pray for this? Okay, now would you take it in? What's your procedure? Since we put it out there so people know what is the procedure to get you to consider the other people's companies.
Well, here it is. If you go to DeAndreSalter.com, we've made it very easy for you. What I've set up is an opportunity for people to partner with me to get this message out there. I'm not writing a book, Steve. I'm starting a movement, man. I'm really trying to move this thing for the people in the pews to get what they have coming to them from the Lord and through their own work. So the way it's set up on the website is if you buy a certain amount of copy of books, I'll also coach you. I provide coaching for a certain pre-purchase copy of the book. Or if you buy another level of books, I'll come out and do a workshop or seminar in your church, in your business, in your town, the Glee Club, the Elks Lodge. I really don't care. I'll meet you where you at. If you want to partner with me to start this movement so we bring wealth to the masses of people, then I'm here to partner with you. So the best thing to do is to go to my website, DeAndreSalter.com. All that information, booking, and otherwise is on there.
The best, ladies and gentlemen. This has been one of the best interviews I've done in a long time on Brother Steve's Skype interview. Can't put my number on the screen. Toll free 888-998-4677. You're going to see this interview over and over again. Pastor Salters, thank you so very much. Give us the name of that church one more time where they can come see you in New Jersey.
Listen, when you're in New Jersey, we're right centrally located at 1253 New Market Avenue in South Plainfield, New Jersey. One town over from the world-famous Rutgers University. You'll find us right there. The Tabernacle Church, 1253 South Plainfield. I'd love to see you there.
What closing comments do you want to give to the people watching this interview right now before we go?
Here's what I want to say to you. I believe that this is an opportunity, particularly right now in America. Listen, this is where it's at. It's for you. Get a hold of this book. Get a hold of people who are like-minded. I don't want you to just read this book. I want you to read this book in small groups. I want you to take this book and gather people like you. Why? Because vision needs to be inspired. Wealth is in you. I'm not talking a prosperity doctrine. I'm talking God putting money in your hand by partnering with you to help you release and unlock your skills and ability. Start a thing, start a business, grow your life, take your life, your family to a whole new level. And I guarantee you, you'll be able to pay it forward and help somebody else.
From Hollywood, California, I'm Brother Steve. We'll see you next time on Brother Steve's Skype Review.